One. Hey, y'all. Oh, gosh, this is going to be good. 6 minutes. It's going to be another Shelley in 6. I've decided I'm going to start challenging myself. I got notes, y'all. I got notes. Hold up. Hold up. Look at all that. Shout out to Stuart Thompson. I'm going to tag you in this. That's my cuz. He's one of my biggest fans. He said, I love listening to you, cuz, but I need to stay on task. I need to stay on task. I love creative criticism. I remember when I first started doing lives, y'all. People, hi, Bar Brady. How are you, darling? Hi, Kayla. Hey, y'all. Thanks for hopping on. When I first started doing lives, y'all, people said I talked with my hands too much. People said that I talked really fast. Everybody asked what I was on. Everybody thought I was on something, stuff like that. So, anywho, we're all a work in progress, aren't we? And that's what this live is about tonight, y'all. Hey, y'all, what's shaking? It's your girl, Soul Sister Shelley. If you're just hopping on, if you have never met me before, I'm so glad you're here. I like to spread good vibes. I want you to live an abundant life full of peace, love, and joy. And this live tonight on this Friday is, I usually just do a word. I usually have one word. I started it with a Wisdom Wednesday, and it'll be a word for Wednesday. I'm starting something new. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to switch it up. And I'm going to do a phrase for Friday. I'm going to start doing a phrase for Friday. So on this Friday, my phrase is, stay in your lane. That's my phrase. And all these notes that I just spun around, I'm at the library. And I got this big dry erase board. And I wasn't going to pop a live, y'all, but my brain was going, something triggered me. And if anybody knows what a trigger is, something that just kind of sets you off. And I'm not saying it was a good trigger. It was a good trigger because I'm going to drop it to you, the wisdom that I gathered from it. But it was something that really kind of got me. And I was like, you know what? If y'all ever heard, when people say stay in your lane, I'm going to give you both. I'm going to give you 3 points. Like my cousin told me, I need to stay on task. But the phrase for Friday is stay in your lane. But I'm going to talk to you about it on the flip side of the script, because as far as I'm concerned, usually when I've heard it, correct me if I'm wrong, comment below if you know otherwise, I've always heard it from a perspective of, and this is where I'm going with this. When somebody comes at you and they don't really have a right to say something, and you or you hear something and you say, you know what, they just need to stay in their lane. Pretty much meaning, like I said, comment below if you think differently. When you say they need to stay in their lane, meaning they need to mind their own business. They need just to, hey, Ronald Ray, they need to mind their own business. They need to stay in their lane. Am I right? That's how I've always thought about it. This is where it's about to get good, because I'm going to flip the script on this, because that's what I do. That's what alchemy is. When you turn lead into gold, baby, you turn lead into gold. That's what an alchemist does. When things are, I am a rising phoenix for a reason, That's why I try to teach people to live an abundant life full of peace, love, and joy when things aren't so well, or people come at your throat, or everybody's against you, or the chips are down, or you feel like you're never going to make it. I'm the one that gives you hope. Because when you want to come at somebody, ooh, Shelley. All right, I got to start my timer on this. It's going to be Shelley in 6 because I could go on and on and on and on and on about this one, y'all. But what I'm going to talk about is usually when somebody says something and you want to say, you know what, you need to stay in your lane. Just stay in your lane. You know, mind your own business. Let me do my thing. You do yours. Stay in your lane. I'm going to tell you how you can just stay in your own. Don't even worry about them. Just stay in your own lane. Skirt, skirt. This is how we skirt, skirt. You don't even have to worry about anybody talking about how you're driving. This is going to be a good one. Fasten your seatbelts. Okay, let's start the timer, fam. I got my notes. Let me get a drink of water. Shelley in 6. Oh, I'm excited for this one. This might be one of my, we'll see about it, but I believe this might be one of my best lives yet. Because I think I might nail this one. Stay in your lane. Why you don't need to be bothered when somebody comes at you and judges you and you feel like you want to be like, you know what, stay in your lane, leave me alone, I'm trying to do my thing. You don't have to justify yourself, okay? On anybody's judgment, on any moves you're making, whatever lanes you're changing, whichever direction you're going, whatever exit you're taking, how fast you're driving, how slow you're going, whatever lane you're in, baby, okay? When you stay in your lane, you know, first of all, if anybody else is worried about it, like, yeah, to yourself, you can say in your mind, you need to stay in your lane, okay? But this is how you stay in your lane. First of all, number one, all you got to do is keep it moving. Just number one, keep it moving. It doesn't matter how fast you're going. It doesn't matter how slow you're going. It doesn't even matter what lane you're in. It's your lane. It doesn't even matter if you got to get off an exit. That's your choice. If you got to hit a rest area and stop, that's on you, boo. Stay in your own lane. And anybody else that's trying to judge your journey, they need to stay in their own lane. That's where that comes from. They need to stay in their lane. But you stay in your own lane because it's your journey. It's your journey. Because the moment that you try to worry about getting off on somebody else's exit or speeding up to catch up with them or slowing down because they can't keep up with you, or switching lanes because they want to go that way, but you want to go this way. What happens when you start doing all that kind of stuff? Driving too fast, getting behind people that go slow, changing lanes. It causes accidents. You know, there's a phrase. Y'all ever heard it? My life is a wreck. My life is a wreck. You know why? Somebody didn't stay in their lane. You gotta stay in your own lane. If your life is a wreck, it's because you didn't stay in your own lane. And if somebody else is trying to tell you what to do, it's because they're trying to get in your lane. That causes accidents. Stay in your own lane, okay? So you don't have to justify your actions, number one. All you have to do is keep it moving. Number two, it's like when you're racing a car. You can't compete where you don't compare, okay? Now, I'm in the United States of America, and I know a lot of people watch me from a lot of different places. But if you heard of NASCAR, people that don't make the speed trials to run in the NASCAR races don't show up at the NASCAR races to try to run a NASCAR race. So anybody that's trying to maybe say something about what you're doing, maybe, you know, they just can't compete where they don't compare. it's like the analogy I want to use is like, I mean, you don't show up with a car to try to run a NASCAR race when you like should be at a dirt track. It's almost like you don't show up with a basic calculator, or you don't show up if you can only use a basic calculator if you know how to use a TI-82, which is a scientific calculator. Like, you don't even use a basic calculator if you're still counting on your fingers or using sidewalk chalk, right? If you're still doing chicken scratch sidewalk chalk and you can't use a basic calculator, you can't use a TI-82. So my point is, some people that want to maybe try to understand your moves that you're making, if you're changing lanes or you're making a pit stop or you're getting off an exit or you're driving fast or you're going slow or whatever lane you're in, it's your lane. It's your life. It's your lane. I should put that in the description. It's your lane. It's your life. That's point number 2. So don't worry about it, because you're not competing with the only person you compete with is yourself, is point number 2. And point number 3 is that you need to realize whatever they're saying, that it is not stubborn, it is not stupid, it is not selfish for whatever you are doing for you to stay in your lane. It is not stubborn, it is not selfish, it is not stupid. It is smart. Soul Sister Shelley says, staying in your own lane is smart. Don't we want smart drivers on the road? Don't we want smart human beings walking around? Don't we just want people staying in their own lane? So stay in your own lane and let other people stay in theirs. You know? Your decisions are your decisions, completely and totally yours. Whoop, whoop. There's the alarm. Yours and yours alone. Stay in your lane. Let other people stay in theirs. The 3 points are, you don't have to justify your actions to anybody else, and people will pass judgment. But the moment you start making moves to make other people happen or make other people happy, you cause accidents. Your life becomes a wreck. Sometimes you end up angry and bitter and resentful, living your life for other people. I mean, it's a catch-22 because you're going to have people it's a catch-22 because you're going to have people angry, bitter, and maybe judging you regardless. So like, what? Stay in a situation and not do you, and be angry and bitter and resentful forever, or do your own thing and let everybody judge you and keep it moving. But if you just keep it moving, guess what? At the end of the day, you win the race. Because you stayed in your lane, baby, and you didn't wreck. Your life didn't end up a wreck. And I want you all to live an abundant life. I do. Just remember that, we're all on our own journey. And we're not reading the same book, and we're looking through the world through different perspectives. We're different cultures, different upbringings, different races. This is a big rock we live on. We're from different states. We had different childhoods. At the end of the day, we all bleed red. So it's like, why in the world would you think that what you think is okay is what's okay for me? Or why in the world would I think what's okay for me is okay for you? Not only did I not have the whole same circumstances in your life, demographics, financially, race-wise, religion-wise, otherwise, the best thing that we have in common is that we all bleed red. That's why I love you. I love you because you bleed red, and I respect your journey. You change lanes as many times as you want to. I'm proud of you for changing lanes. I don't care how slow you go, how fast you go. as long as you keep it moving. I don't care how many times you got to get off on an exit, how many times you have to stop and rest. I want you to live an abundant life full of peace, love, and joy. You need to look at people like that, and anybody else that doesn't give you that same respect, you say, you know what? I'm going to love you from a distance. Because I'm going to skirt, stay in my own lane. Beep, beep. Who got the keys to the Jeep? Vroom. That was random. All right, I hope y'all are having a great night. It's Friday. The phrase for Friday is stay in your own lane. Okay? Stay in your own lane. I'm sending y'all good vibes. Lots and lots and lots of good vibes. Keep it moving. Peace, love, and joy. Mwah, 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 mwah. Smooches. Peace.